How many days could I last in solitary confinement? When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? You're a bad kisser. What is your go-to fast food order? And everyone's like, she puked. I didn't puke. So I've been posting on YouTube for almost a year now, and I just feel like I don't really think you guys know me as well as you might think you do. That is why we are throwing it back to old school YouTube. I just figured it'd be fun to do a little bit of a about me tag or like get to know me tag, you know, like real old school kind of stuff. I literally looked up the first list that I could find on my laptop. These are 80 questions that we're doing. First question, how did you get so hot? Who is your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush is a little bit of a surprise, a little bit of an unexpected JJ Fields. How would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? This is getting deep really fast. I would say it was probably 6.5. 7. We'll give it a 7. What is your middle name? Lynn, with an E. L-Y-N-N-E. Maybe you guys can use it. Name your kid after me. Who knows? What are your favorite values in friends? I would definitely say my favorite value in my friendships has to be supporting each other. You support your friends through their rights and their wrongs. And honesty, I think, is the biggest thing. If I'm doing something that upset you, tell me. If you don't like something I'm wearing, tell me. But in a nice, friendly way. I don't think you need like brutal, cold, direct honesty, but you do want to be honest with your friends. What is your funniest memory from high school? I feel like I just kind of blank out high school. You know, like I don't want to remember it as a whole. I would say there was one time where I was on this pep rally stage and my school is pretty big and I was invited to do this smoothie challenge and I ended up getting this really gross smoothie. It was called like, I forget what it was called. It was something fruity. So I did not expect it to be horrible and it tasted like literal barf and I spit it back out into a garbage can, but the smoothie was bright green. So the whole people watching, like 300 plus people, thought that I puked on stage in front of everybody. And that's not very funny for me. And there is literally, I need to find it. There's like a picture of it somewhere, which is actually insane to me. And everyone's like, she puked. I didn't puke, for the record. I didn't. That did not happen. Oh, it's Tutti Frutti. That's what the smoothie is called. The smoothie was called Tutti Frutti. And it was actually disgusting. And now I know why they named it that, because it literally probably tasted like a fart. It's gross. Anyways, next question. The sun is going down, so we have to speed run these bad boys. What is your favorite holiday? Christmas. What is your best trait? Probably my expressive eyebrows, to be honest. They move no matter what I say. One time, I was at my best friend's house when we were in grade 10, and some guy, we were playing cards, he's like, your eyebrows are really expressive. Okay, and? You're a bad kisser. I wouldn't know that because I didn't kiss him. My friend did. Terrible kisser. What is your favorite restaurant? Birmingham's Vodka and Ale House. Best appetizers ever. What is an interesting fact about you? I was a wrestler in high school. Did that for 2 years. You know, me in a singlet. I don't know if that's interesting or embarrassing, but we'll go with interesting because it is. What is the first thing you notice about people? I would say the first thing that I notice about people is their height, which maybe it's weird. I don't know, but that's just the first thing I notice. What is your spirit animal? That's a dumb question. We're skipping it. I don't think about that. What is your favorite piece of clothing? Honestly, I would say a jacket. I love a good statement jacket. It's the best. Did you go to college? Yes, I did 1 year of Bible college and I did 1 year of cosmetology college. How long was your longest relationship? The relationship I'm currently in, 5 years, going strong. 5 years to forever, baby. Ooh, this one is what would you or have you named your children? And I'm not going to say it because one day I'm going to have a baby name that is so cool and so awesome and nobody's stealing it. That'll be a long awaited day, you know? Like it'll be farther away than we can think right now because I don't want to have kids yet. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Cotton candy or bubblegum? Either one of the two, intermix them, amazing. I used to be a big mint chocolate chip hater, but honestly throughout the years, like I've gotten it a time or two and I do really like it. It's a good explosion of flavor. What was your first job? So my technical first job would be working at a pizza place, Family Pizza. I was a cook there. And that was my first like real big girl job. What is the first item on your bucket list? I want to go nightclubbing in the UK. I do not know why. That is my dream. I'm going through this never-ending phase of being obsessed with One Direction. And when I was 14, I was reading fan fiction. No shame in reading that. And they would always go nightclubbing. And I want to do that. So someone invite me out on a night out in the UK. I'll go. Me and my friends, we're there. We're dressing to the nines. We're night clubbing. I don't know why that's my number one bucket list item, but it really is. So I feel like I do need to complete it one day, whether I'm like 55 or 20. Have you been to any concerts or festivals? My first concert I ever went to was Justin Bieber 2010 My World Tour when I was in grade 5. It changed my life. Changed my life for the better. I've seen Benson Boone in person. Dean Lewis just barely rescheduled. I was supposed to go to him tomorrow. He tore like a vocal cord or something. So the man's going to reschedule. I'll allow it. I'll allow him his rest to recover. And then I'm going to go see Sabrina Carpenter this November, which I'm so excited for. I need to plan my outfit for. Stay tuned because I'm going to make it from scratch. It's going to be unreal, I hope. If you could change one bad habit of yours, what would it be? Biting my nails. I'm a nail biter. I don't bite them down to nothing, but I bite them enough that they're just not that pretty. So that would be it. What is your most memorable? That's boring. What are your pet peeves? I would say my pet peeve is someone who spits when they talk. I'm sorry if you can't help it. I think it's gross. I don't want to be rained on when we're having a conversation, unless we're standing in the rain. And maybe that's it. I don't know if I have a ton of pet peeves. Am I supposed to? Do you have any pets? Yes. I have my cat Cooper, love of my life. Literally like the joy in every day that I breathe. And also the bane of my existence. If I fall asleep on the couch, the man is pawing at my face. He's like, wake up. You shouldn't be sleeping down here. But we love him. He's my little baby. How many siblings do you have? I have 2 siblings. I have one sister who's 2 years younger, one sister who's 2 years older. Those two look more like each other, and then I kind of look like my dad's side of the family. Do you prefer the city or the country? I'm a city girl through and through. I live in small town Saskatchewan, so I feel like a lot of people around me are very much country focused. If I could live and afford to live in Vancouver, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Just so you guys know. What social media platform do you use the most? I probably use Instagram the most. You know, that's what I scroll on every day is Instagram. Like I read Reddit pages through Instagram. I see the old TikToks through Instagram. Now, like this past year, I would say I use YouTube a lot, but Instagram is probably still my number one. I'm not a big poster on Instagram, but I scroll there all of the time. What is one thing you wish people knew about you? I don't know. I think I'm a pretty open book. Honestly, I wish people knew that I genuinely care. You know, if I'm asking you questions about yourself, it is not because I want to like just get to the point of a different conversation. I really care. Everyone that I meet, I care about in some sort of way. I'm a big empath. I'm a really empathetic person. And I feel like I want to take any burden off of another person. So if I'm genuinely interested in you, you will know it. Maybe that? Did I explain that right? I don't know. The sun is really setting. We gotta burn through these. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? Probably every single day I do a moment where I'm like slightly embarrassed. I'm thinking of one right now. And you know what? Do I tell the story? Mason and I were handing out wedding invitations, and some man, his uncle to be exact, was fixing his dishwasher. And as we were leaving, I hadn't really said much. You know, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this story. This is very embarrassing. I hadn't really said much. And as we're leaving, I'm like, okay, you have to say something. So I'm going to say, good luck fixing your dishwasher. Instead, I said, good luck fixing your dickwasher. And it registered. It registered in my mind. And I went, dickwasher? I said it twice, and then I just left. I went to the car, sat down, and had to have a good think for a little bit. And Mason gingerly walks away, enters into the car, and is like, why did you say it twice? And I always think of that. That memory literally haunts me forever. So that would probably be the last time I really embarrassed myself. And I hope I can edit that out because I don't know why I just told you guys that. That's very embarrassing. What are your life goals? Look hot, get rich, stay funny. But in all honesty, I think I would love to feel some fulfillment in my life. I just want to feel happy, which I know sounds really weird. Like you're like, well, just do it, you know, just feel that. I have not really felt fulfilled in a little while. This is very red. I think I just want to be happy. You know, I want to make others happy and I want to be happy. So those things. I'm sorry for the sun. It's going to be what it's going to be. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would say trendy and classic. What is your favorite book? I've read so many good books lately, but I feel like the one that I keep coming back to that I just keep thinking about is Fourth Wing. So that one will probably be like my all-time, especially for this year. Just so good. What are your hobbies? I read a lot. I used to play sports. I used to be very busy. And now I'm just like a consistent reader. I'm on my Kindle 9 times out of 10 when you catch me. What is your favorite flower? I am a rose girl. Okay? I know that it seems basic. It seems very overrated, but you guys, 1 second. I'm going to grab something. Okay, YouTube does kind of crazy things where sometimes people send you things. And this company sent me something. This is not sponsored. And it is roses. Oh, that smells so freaking good. It is roses that are supposed to last for up to a year. And they come in this cute little box. And it is from Rose Forever. And they literally smell real. I do keep the lid on when I'm not gazing at them so my cat doesn't eat them. But honestly, like they just smell amazing. And I would say roses are probably my favorite flower. I don't care if they're red, pink, white, anything. I just feel like they are so classic. And I love them. I'm going to keep these out so I can just gaze upon the roses. But yeah, roses are my favorite. I think tulips come pretty close second. I love the colors of tulips. I feel like it definitely reminds me of spring. So that would be my second favorite. What is your coffee order? A whole cup of sugar with a little splash of coffee. What was your dream job as a kid? As a kid, I wanted to join the army. And then I wanted to be a police officer. I don't know why. I wanted to just like serve the law in that way. But I have terrible eyesight, so I could not join the RCMP, and I ended up becoming a hairstylist. So very different careers. Very different. What phone do I have? Right now I have an iPhone 13 Pro. What is your favorite TV show quote? Okay, this goes hand in hand. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite movie ever. My favorite movie ever is a movie called Austenland, and it features Jennifer Coolidge as one of the characters, Miss Charming, to be exact. And she says, "Think of all the people that hang themselves, and then the next day, they feel different. But there's nothing they can do about it. Don't hang yourself, Jane." And it is just delivered so well. There's so many good one-liners in there. You guys need to watch it. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. It's such an amazing film. How many countries have you traveled to? 0, can I say? I've been in one country my whole life, Canada, and I've never traveled outside of it. So I think this is the year. I gotta go somewhere. What are some of your favorite YouTubers? So I grew up in the era of like Tyler Oakley, Joey Graceffa, like all that kind of stuff. Zoella. And then I feel like I ended up landing to where I am now. I watch a lot more like Lydia Millen. And then I watch a lot of Bailey Sarian. Murder Mystery Makeup Monday, that's my girl. I recently got into these guys who actually interview a lot of people. I just feel like they have a lot of cool content and it's just something that I can throw on and really pay attention to. So I like them and that's who I kind of watch. That's who I kind of watch right now. What is the first thing you do after getting home from work? When I get home from work, I sit in my garage for at least 30 minutes and I scroll through TikTok. And that is not a lie. I waste so much data on my phone from doing that, but it is just a comfort thing. I just need my time to like decompress when I'm getting home from work. What sports did you play? I was a really big rugby player when I was in high school. I do sometimes miss it. I miss that like aggressive side of myself. I feel like I've gotten a lot more reserved since my high school rugby playing days. But yeah, it was fun. I played scrum half and fly half, and I called the shots on the field when I was there. It was good. What is your favorite movie? I've already mentioned this. Austenland, close second, love Rosie. What is your favorite animal? It used to be dogs, now it would be cats. Oh, the next question. Do you like dogs or cats? Cats, because Cooper changed my life. Do you use a PC or a Mac? I use an Acer. That answers your question. PC, I think. What is your favorite drink? If we're talking alcohol, Long Island iced tea. If we're talking in general, iced tea. What is your go-to fast food order? I like going to McDonald's. I will get chicken nuggets and fries and a cheeseburger with no onions, no pickles, no mustard. What is your favorite Netflix show? I love Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. That was such a good show. I cannot believe they canceled it after like 2 seasons. Bring it back. It was amazing. Who is your favorite actor? I really do love a good Timothée Chalamet moment. I think he is a great actor. What is your evening routine? Don't have one. I read, I go to bed, I take all my contacts, and then I go back to bed. What is your favorite sports team? I really did like the Toronto Raptors for one reason. Pascal Siakam. For some reason, I just loved when that man played for the Raptors. It was amazing. And I'm also a big Canucks fan. I'm a Canadian, so I kind of have to watch hockey sometimes. I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan through and through. My dad loved them. I love them. How many boyfriends have you had? I've only ever had 2 boyfriends in my life. I dated one for a month, and then I dated one until now. Now he's my husband. So you learn fast, ladies, what you want. Where do you currently live? I live in Saskatchewan, Canada. It is a teeny little place, kind of. It's huge. Landmass, we're huge. People-wise, we're not that big. Are you single or taken? Taken. We've talked about this. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I feel like I have different versions of myself that I want to be. I would love to have an apartment in like Toronto or Vancouver so I can live that city downtown girl life. I would love to live in a little cottage in the Cotswolds. I just think that'd be amazing. I would love to go and live in Turkey for a year. You know, I think that'd be unreal. I just watch a lot of Turkish TV shows with subtitles on, and I just think that whole atmosphere would just be cool. But I'm definitely a romanticizer when it comes to that stuff. Because I know me saying I want to live in a little cottage, like I don't want to go run down to a well and fetch my own water, you know? I don't want to have to drive an hour and a half to go to a market to buy all my groceries. I want everything to be at my doorstep, but at the same time, I want to be away from the city. So I just don't know. I don't know where my happy medium would be. I think I'm going to always strive for something better. We're going deep today, guys. How tall are you? I'm 5'2.5". And I used to search up ways to make myself grow after puberty. And then I was on this thread where it was like Bella Thorne grew 5 inches after she's supposed to stop growing. And I was like, that's going to be me. It was not me. And I'm very thankful for high heels. That's why I own so many of them, because I want to be taller. What is your idea of a dream date? Dream date, they buy a dress for you, whatever else you want to do. You can take me on a picnic. We can go out for dinner. We can go to an amusement park. Just buy me a cute little dress. That's my dream, is for my man to buy me a dress. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. I really liked watching The Bachelor Australia. I watch on TikTok, The Farmer Wants a Wife. I think I just love the idea of like people falling in love, whether it's true or not. Do you have any allergies? No. When I was a kid, I got rashes for like a full summer and we thought I was allergic to paint on the soccer field. And then the next summer, I didn't react at all. So not allergic to that. Who were your childhood idols? Any member of One Direction, like any of them at all, and any girl that was dating One Direction members. Perry Edwards, Eleanor Calder, Danielle Peaser, even Danielle Campbell. Like they were all like, I wanted to be them. They were so beautiful, so gorgeous. They just seemed so amazing. Which of your parents do you resemble? I probably am my dad's twin. You know, we look a lot alike. If I went to one of his work parties for Christmas, people would come up to me and be like, oh, Ron's daughter. And that's just the way that it's going to be, you know? I don't love to hear it that I look like my dad all the time, but I mean, it must mean that we're both just like irresistibly attractive or something. Do I love my name or would I change it? I have always wanted to be named either Alaska or Scarlet. I just think either of those names are so cool. And like, I'm stuck with Brittney, which no offense to my parents, you guys did the best you could. Am I left-handed or right-handed? Right-handed. How many languages do I speak? 1, but I wish I could speak other languages. That'd be so cool. Do I play any instruments? No. I don't play a thing. Maybe a little triangle action if you get me on there. Am I an extrovert or an introvert? I used to be so extroverted, and now as I'm getting older, I've gone over to the introvert side. So at work, I'm extroverted. At home, I'm very introverted. I really would love to bail on plans last minute. I don't. I force myself to go, but it does pain me to do that. What exotic food would I be willing to try? I am pretty game for a lot of stuff. I've eaten escargot before. I have started eating more like spicy foods. I just find I still am a plain eater. You know, give me plain chips any day and I will just eat that forever. Give me saltine crackers. I'll eat it forever. Am I a collector of anything? Yes, I actually am collecting teacups right now. And they have to be like good ones, kind of that like made in China, not made in China, made in England deal. And I go thrifting for cool teacups that I can find. And I put them on my bookshelf with all my historical fiction books. And I love them. How many days could I last in solitary confinement? I don't know. I would say, like, is it just me by myself with nothing? Because then I don't know what I would do. But if it's me by myself with a bunch of books with me, I'll be in there for 5 years. You know, give me food, give me water, give me some reading material. I'll be there all the time. Can you describe yourself in 3 words? I would say oversharer, clumsy, and can I say kind? I don't know. Is it weird to like talk myself up in that way? I would say kind. I hope. I hope everyone else would view me as kind, but that's what I'll say. Do you wear makeup every day? Most days. Most days I do. Do you have any piercings? I only have my ears pierced. So sometimes I think about getting a nose piercing, but I don't know if it would suit me. Do you have any tattoos? No. I'm kind of afraid to permanently ink something on my body. Are you organized or messy? I'm very messy. My whole life is a mess. My house, a mess. What is the first thing you would do if you won $1 million? Ooh, that is a good question. And I don't know why I think about myself winning the lottery so much when I don't enter any lotteries, but I have always said if I won money, then I would either, first of all, take my family on a vacation or give them a bunch of money. So that is what I would do. That is where we are going to end off because it is getting dark outside and we are losing the light and it's just crazy. And there's a bug trying to get inside my window. Stay out. But I hope that gets you guys knowing me like a little bit better, even though they're random facts, just random things. If you guys have any questions you want me to answer, if you're like, Brittney, you didn't answer this one question, I really want to know about you, let me know. Comment down in the comments below. Because that is how we're going to grow our friendship, you guys. I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to ask me questions. So actually, now we're on the topic of asking each other questions. I'm going to ask you guys something, and you need to please tell me the answer. I'm going to find a question that I'm going to ask you guys, so you guys can answer it, because I can't be the only one getting to know myself here. Ooh, this one's a good one. Okay. What is the worst outfit you've ever worn? And I will answer this little bonus question for you. I think it is one of the worst, but also most iconic outfits. I went to a Toby Mac concert when I was like probably 12, and I wore a black, almost tutu style skater skirt with purple, pink, and lime green polka dots on a black skirt. And underneath it, I wore hot pink leggings. My shirt was a lime green t-shirt with a little fake pocket up here. And I thought I looked so good. I wish I had a picture of the outfit. It was before I had my iPod. It was before I had my iPod Touch. There was no photo photography of the outfit. But I remember I was like, I look unreal. My color coordination, chef's kiss. So good. So that is probably my worst outfit I've ever worn. But also, like, I felt so confident. So is it really the bad outfit if I feel so confident? Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me answer these weird questions in front of you. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for hanging out. Bye!